Good afternoon to everyone, whether you're here or if you're catching this on a replay. I'm Dr. Elena Sherwood, and I am here on YouTube for my usual weekly live Q&A on relationships. So if you have any questions and you're catching this a little bit later, feel free to leave them in the bottom. And if you're also catching this a little bit later, feel free to tell me where I found you when you tuned in. So I am in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I was a couples therapist for 35 years. I myself have been married for 33 now. And so I am eager to leave what I know on this planet in the form of videos, knowledge, questions. If I'm able to answer something that might bring somebody a little bit of peace, not to replace therapy, never. This is just sort of some guidance, if I can provide it, that I'm eager to impart to you. So I am so glad you're here, and let me get started. I have 3 questions that have come into my realm over the last week, so I'm gonna ask that have been asked to me. So I'm gonna bring them up and I'm gonna talk about them. And so let me know in the comments if this is something that applied to you or not, or if you have any, or just say hello. All right, here we go. All right, this one breaks my heart when I hear this, but anyway, here we go. If he says he loves me, but his behavior hurts me, which one do I believe? I don't think you need me to really tell you this, but in case you do, it's always the behavior that matters. Any of us can say any dang thing we might choose to, but it's always what we do and how we behave, whether we repeat these behaviors that have been asked of us to please stop. That's a huge tell. Always, always believe what is being shown to you as opposed to what is being said to you. Huge, huge. Because, an intention is all good and fine, but it's always about, okay, you said you're going to be respectful and text me if you're going to be late. You didn't. Oh, yeah, I meant to. Okay, you meant to is nice. Intention is nice, but you didn't act on it. And it's just as an act of respect to me. Kindly let me know. So stuff like that. So always, always, always put more weight on how a person behaves despite what they say. All right. Thank you, everybody who's joining in. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let me know where I'm finding you. For those who are new, if this is the first time we're meeting, I'm Dr. Elena Sherwood. I was a couples therapist for 35 years, and I've now retired, and I'm a relationship coach. And so I am trying to leave what I can here on YouTube and on other platforms. All right. Question number 2. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to post them. All right. Next. How do I stop walking on eggshells in my own home? My experience tells me that there are 2 general reasons that this happens. And what is this? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Absolutely, YouTube. I'm here for that. There are generally 2 reasons that I see these things that people walk on eggshells. It's either perhaps there's a part of you that doesn't. Okay, I hear you. If you're putting comments down and I'm not seeing them, I apologize, but put them anyway because I'll be able to see them after we're live. 2 general reasons. It's possible you were never taught how to be assertive and to just sort of speak up for yourself and, celebrate and value your own opinion. Sadly, many of us were not raised with that teaching. And so sometimes it's out of a person just being a little bit kind of hesitant to say how they feel. And maybe you might be, like many of us, a little bit hesitant and a little bit of, I'm really uncomfortable with conflict. I will tell you right now that is very normal. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling that way. But knowing that might be at the root of things is important to know. It's also possible that The only way that there is peace in the house is if you stay quiet, that you have that there is a dynamic that has made it very difficult for you to be yourself and to speak up. That's the one I would be a little bit concerned about, because if that is it, where you say things and you speak up your mind and it's not and it's not respected, we need to talk, because that's not how relationships are supposed to be. It is not an indication of it being healthy in any way. All right. So again, I'm not seeing any comments, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. But I don't know what's going on here with YouTube today, but all good. We proceed. So that's question number 2. So if you have any questions, make sure to post them. I will see them after. How do I know if this is just a rough season in my marriage, or if my relationship is slowly breaking down? When we're looking at stress, stress is usually related to some kind of external factor. And what I mean by that is it might be you've moved, you've got a new baby, you've got a teenager who's, you got a job change, you've got a, change, your parent, like some kind of external, that is stress. What I urge people to do, what I encourage people to do is to look for patterns, as in, how has this been is this something that is right now, or is it this something that has been happening all along for as long as you've been together? Because I'm big on looking for patterns to tell you a story. Thank you for what you put out. I've found much clarity regarding being discarded. I am so glad this is helpful to you. I appreciate it when people tell me. And we don't always know these dynamics. I mean, I didn't know these dynamics before I really studied them and analyzed them and read about them and all of that. So if this is something that's fairly new to you, that what do you mean some unhealthy things might be happening in my relationship? What do you mean this might be? Don't be surprised, because this is where all of us began, right? Many of us don't know, and then suddenly somebody tells us, and then we investigate it further so we can find out. So those are the 3 questions I had here. If you have any, I cannot stress that enough. Please put them in the comments, which I will see, and I do my best to respond to them as soon as I can. So there we go. That's all I had for today. And if you are out there in relationships or finding them a little bit tough right now, give yourself a pat on the back, because they are generally tough. Intimacy is tough. Closeness is tough. Opening your heart to someone is tough and risky and scary. And it is for the other person as well. Okay, sadly, it wasn't new to me. The person is seriously covert and both friends, and I miss the subtle signs. Again, give yourself grace, because this is just something that is very easy to ignore. It's very easy to not look at, because it's kind of the ugly side, right? And I'm sorry you had to live through some very difficult times in a relationship, but I'm hoping anyway that you are no longer in it. And it's not easy to get out from under it, because this is something I read this article when I was doing my master's. I may have already talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. And there's some research done where it says that women, this was a study on women, so that's all I can speak on. Women sometimes come into relationships and they are confident and they are independent and they are secure in themselves and they have a solid self-esteem. But if they are sort of pressed down and shrunk enough in a relationship, even the strongest women, though, they can lose some of that. So it happens to the best of us. Yes, it was ugly to see it. I'm working diligently to get out. Soon I'll have enough money. Okay, thank you for the heart. And also remember that, sometimes there are many reasons, there are many different ways to, I want to talk about this where, it doesn't have to be a perfect solution, but sometimes it has to be a good enough solution because it's very easy to overthink a way to leave, what I don't want to do, all of that. So kind of check yourself on the things that are sort of holding you back. I understand that money is an issue for all of us. And so, just kind of keep yourself in check though, so to make sure that you're not finding too many reasons to slow the process down. So that's what I have to say for today. All right. So if you are here and have questions as you watch this, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you for sharing a few moments with me today. I am grateful. And I am grateful for everybody who has subscribed to my channel. And I'm grateful for the people who will be coming at some point. And again, I am here to serve. Let me know if there are questions I can answer for you. Again, grateful. Thank you.